get started with a little bit of a warm up here. What I'm going to get you to do is you're going to need a mat or a towel or something. If you've got a yoga mat, let's go ahead and stand on the back of the mat. And I'm going to get you to go into a lunge. And as per usual, we're going to stay pretty high up in our lunge, so we don't want to get too deep into it right away. At this point, think about straightening out your back leg. So let's go right foot forward, knees over top of heel, straighten out your back leg. And we're looking for a little bit of a stretch here in your hip flexor, in the front of your left hip. If you don't feel any stretch here, a couple things you can do. Number one, you can bend that knee a little bit deeper on your front knee, and you can straighten out your back leg a little bit straighter. If it's already perfectly straight, keep on thinking bend that knee. And then we're going to go hands on your ears. And just doing this motion, we're stretching the whole front side of our body, including that hip flexor. So hands come up onto your ears. We got elbows pointing out to the side. And then you can start to do a little tiny bit of a backward bend. And you should feel quite a stretch starting to manifest right here in that hip. Still hanging out in this lunge. That quad should be quivering a little bit maybe now. And then let's go ahead and try and exhale backward out of your lunge. Let's try the other side. Same thing. So we've got a partial lunge here, not going too deep. Straighten out your back leg. And then hands on your ears, elbows to the side. Start to do ever so slightly a little bit of a backward bend. Again, think about that right hip flexor, your right front of your hip. Getting a bit of a warm up right now. Our quad getting a warm up. Our glutes, butt cheeks on both sides getting a warm up, as well as our shoulders, just by holding our hands up on our ears like this, just lightly touching your ears. And then let's try it. One big step all the way back. Let's go the other side. I'm going to sit down a little bit deeper into the lunge. We're going to be doing an awful lot of lunges today, so it's really key that we get warmed up here using that same motion. Sitting on down, you can notice my knees coming a little closer to that 90-degree angle that we usually strive for. Straighten out your back leg. Hands on your ears. If you like, that's purely optional. Adds a little bit of an intensity to the lunge as well as the stretch. And then go ahead, let's push back. Try the other side. Sit on down. Getting a little closer, like I said, to that 90-degree angle, this time in your left leg. Hands on your ears, straighten out your right knee. Think about, are you getting a stretch in that right hip flexor? If not, straighten out the right knee a little bit more. Sit down a little bit lower by bending that left knee. And then you can increase your backward bend. Take a look up to the ceiling perhaps. And push on back. We're going to do one more each side. This time, I've lengthened out my stride a little bit. I'm going to really sink down. I've got that 90-degree angle, knee over top of heel. Hopefully you're here with me. Straighten out that back leg. A little bit of a backward bend. Probably the deepest backward bend we've got yet. Again, feel that stretch. To get that stretch, we have to go a little bit deeper into this exercise. We've already started to warm up our body, so our flexibility, mobility should be increasing so we can deepen into the stretch before we start to feel it. And then big step all the way back. Last one. Sit on down. 90 degrees. Can you feel your quads? Even your back leg, your thigh should really feel like it's doing some work purely because you're trying to straighten out that right knee so much. So go ahead. You're down here with me, straightening out the right knee, bending the left knee, hands on the ears. Take a look up to the ceiling without straightening out that front knee. Quite often when we go into that backward bend, the tendency is to stand your whole body up, and then the backward bend's easy. We want to get this lunge as well as the backward bend happening simultaneously. Go ahead, push on back, and again, feel the hip flexors, feel the quads. We're going to go into another quad warm-up. I know, back to back. Let's go for our sumo squat. We've got feet on a 45-degree angle. Chest up nice and tall. Did you notice what I did? Roll my shoulders back. Give it a try. Shoulders roll back. Nice military posture. And then let's sit on down. And when you're sitting here, think weight in your heels, chest up. Notice my depth. I barely even moved. As soon as I move any deeper, my chest is going to come forward. I don't want that. I want to work my lower back muscles. So I'm activating my low back muscles to keep my chest up. Feeling a little bit of work here, definitely on the tops of the thighs. Let's push on up. Try it again. Sit down a little bit lower. Think about the back of your head, your shoulder blades, and your butt are all just sliding down this imaginary wall as your knees go out on a 45-degree angle, as your weight goes into your heels, and push on up. Let's try it again. Sit on down. Chest up. Chin in. Shoulders, butt, back of your head, all in one straight line. Push on up. Very last one. Sit down. Getting close to sitting with a 90-degree angle in the knees pushing out to the side, and come on up. Quick little shake out of the legs. Fair bit of work going on there. Let's transition right into airplane dive. Hands come up. Try it with me. Arms are up, everyone. We got hands up parallel to the floor. Let's stand on your right foot. Nice straight knees here, and we're going to forward bend. As we do so, hold your balance. Heel comes up, so my left heel's coming up as my chest is going down, and then I'm going to swing that left foot through. Check in with your arms, make sure they're up, parallel to the floor. Getting our shoulders warmed up, heel up, chest down. Swing that foot through. And right back into another airplane dive. Heel comes up, chest goes down. Our goal here is to have a straight line from your heel all the way to the top of your head, parallel to the floor. Let's give it a try. My balance is not working today. Hopefully you're doing better than me. Heel up, chest down, straight legs, squeeze your left glute, come on back up. Let's go for one more rep here. Heel comes up, chest goes down. Feel the back of your standing leg. Should really be working as well as both butt cheeks. And let's go ahead and switch. Quick little roll out of the shoulders. Shoulders should really be working as well. Arms come up parallel to the floor. Straighten out your legs. Right heel floats up to the ceiling as your chest goes down. And swing on through. I always say this. On the first one, you might not get anywhere close to being parallel to the floor. That's okay. This is the first exercise we've done to really engage our hamstrings. So it might take a couple of reps before we can get even close to that ideal mark of parallel to the floor. Arms back up. Make sure those shoulders are working to keep your arms up parallel to the floor as well. Squeeze the right butt cheek, straighten out both legs. Let's go one more on this side. Heel up, chest down, hold the balance, and swing through. Nicely done. Quick little shoulder roll out. Today we're going to do 5 exercises. We're in a circuit. While I talk here, think about big shoulders. We're trying to get our chest warmed up, and we do that by pulling our shoulder blades together, exposing the chest. Try this with me. Shoulder blades go back. Might feel a little bit of a stretch through the front deltoids, a little bit into your chest. Shoulders come down, away from your ears. Together, back up to your ears, working your upper back, and then reverse that motion. Big, huge shoulder shrug. 5 exercises, 3 sets. A little bit less cardiovascular than maybe what we're used to doing the last couple of weeks, but it's going to be a challenge. We're going to really focus on, we're going to do a lot of upper body today actually, a lot of legs as well, but you'll definitely notice some muscle burn, quote unquote, happening today. I've reversed that shoulder shrug. Let's go for 3 together. Shoulders up, shoulders out in front, pull them down, expose that chest. Again, expose that chest, feel a little stretch in the front of your chest and your shoulders, and last one, there it is. All right, first exercise. Let's take our mat or your towel, and you're going to fold it over so you've got a soft pad for your knees. And we're going to be doing an exercise a lot of you are familiar with. It's called a pointing dog is the traditional term for it. I'm going to get you to start slightly different. We're going to go on to all fours. Check out your hands. Your wrists should be right beneath your shoulders. Knees are about shoulder or about hip width apart. Let's do this together. Everyone's in this position. What I want you to do is pick up your right knee. And while you do that, so right now my right knee is just floating probably an inch off the floor. While you do that, I really want you to think about the position of your left hip. So everyone's got their knee up. Your left hip, your butt cheek, should be right above your left knee. The tendency is when we pick up that right knee is to shift our body weight over. And I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. I'll show you from the front. I'm going to pick up my knee, and then you can see my hip kicks out to the side to counterbalance. As soon as I do that, I lose any potential strengthening through the core. So I want you to do this with me. We've got right knee up, just floating up off the floor. Think about your left butt cheek right above your left knee. When you do this properly, you should feel a huge amount of weight going through your right hand. Your left hand is doing very little right now. So we've got hip right above our knee on the left side. We've got right foot. Let's kick that right foot back. And I want you to kick with your heel back first. So we don't have a pointed toe, we're kicking with the heel. Right now I want everyone to squeeze your right butt cheek. Give it a squeeze. Left butt cheek still above left knee. Let's raise on up. Straighten out that left arm. Holding here. We've got a nice straight line from our left fingertip to our right heel. Come on down. Let's try the other side. We're going to do it really slowly like that as well. So we've got our hand position set up right underneath our shoulders. Let's pick up that left knee. Don't let your right hip kick out to the side. You should feel all of a sudden your core tightens up. Pull your belly button in toward your spine, and then we're going to kick that left heel back. Same thing, right butt cheek still over top of your right knee. Reach forward. I want you to think about squeezing your left butt cheek and stretching with your right arm. Your right arm should be parallel to the floor, pointing straight ahead. No bend in that elbow. Come on back down. We're going to do 4 more reps on each side. We're going to pick up the pace a little bit. Let's try it again. Heel goes back. Hip on your left side, right above your left knee. Come on up. Hold here. Levels of difficulty. If this is too hard, go ahead and just kick the foot back. You don't need to have the arm raised. Hold it. Think about getting that left arm up a little bit higher. Take a quick little look up at your left arm. Is it parallel to the floor? Most of the time it wants to be down here. Let's pick it up and come on back down. Let's try the other side. Kick that heel back, arm up, parallel to the floor. Squeeze your butt cheek on your left side. Give it a squeeze. Get that heel up a little bit higher in your left leg. Come on back down. Here we go. Kick, right heel back. Pick, left hand up. Squeeze your butt cheek on your right side. Pull that heel up away from the floor. And let's switch. Opposite side. Heel, kicking back. Reach that fingertip forward. Lock out your elbow. Lock out your knee. And switch. Left hand up. Reach that left hand forward. Elongate your body. See how far you can reach forward while you kick back. And then last one. Here we go. Reach. Think about your right hip right now. Right hip should be directly above your right knee. And come on down. Fair bit of work going on in your shoulders, butt cheeks, core, abs, and low back. We're going to come back to that one. That's really important to perfect form in that one before we start adding levels of difficulty. I've got something else we can add next time through. We're going to go into an alternating lunge jump. So get some space in front of yourself. Here we go. Level number 1. Can I get everyone to try this with me? Come on down. We've got our 90-degree angle in our front leg. We've warmed up for this, so we're ready for it. What I want you to do is take that front leg and exhale and push all the way back so your feet are side by side. Let's try it on the left side. Come on down. Chest is up, 90 degrees in the front leg. Ready? Exhale. Feet side by side. If you want to add a level of difficulty here, we can go into an alternating lunge jump that looks like this. Try it with me. Ready? We've got our jump and switch. If you want to add a level of difficulty beyond that, we're going to go into a crescent pose, hands over top of your head. It is tough. Let's give it a try. We're here for 40 repetitions. Come on down. Everyone here with me. We've got a 90-degree angle in your front leg. Straighten out the back leg. Hands up over top of your head, crescent pose. If you feel comfortable with it, I'm going to set a pace. We're not going to race to begin with, okay? Nice and slow. Do it with me. We got a jump or a step in a lunge. A jump or a step in a lunge. Hands up or hands down, whatever's comfortable for you. You can be stepping, you can be jumping. That's it. Like I said, we're going to do 40 reps here. I'm going to start to pick up the pace. Do whatever pace is comfortable for you. Like I said, a little bit of cardio today. Even at this pace, should feel a little bit of heart rate. Looking primarily for some more muscular endurance, however. Looking for a little bit of work in your thighs, in your shoulders, in your glutes. Let's do 20. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Think about straightening out those elbows. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Like I said, should feel a little burning in your quads. Heart rate may be going a little tiny bit. Let's take our mat. We want to fold that back over 4 thicknesses. I need you to come on down. We've got elbow and shoulder in alignment. I'm going to go into a modified plank. So I've got my bottom knee bent, top leg straight. Try it with me. Level number 1. Level number 2, we're going to stack our legs. Level number 3, test your balance. Level number 4, star position. We're going to be here for 8 stars on either side. If you're holding a static position without the leg raising and lowering, go ahead and hold it, keeping your bottom hip as high up off the floor as possible. Ready? Here we go. Hip up. Take a look up. We've got 1. Here's your pace. 2. Think about your raising foot should be pointing directly towards me, as mine is towards you. The tendency is to want to recruit your hip flexor and turn that foot pointing up. We don't want that to happen. This one, we're trying to really work the sides of our butt cheek. Let's do 2 more. 1, 2. Come on down. We'll switch over and try the other side. Notice it's not a super long plank. If you're holding that in a static position, probably about 30 seconds. Let's try the other side. Here we go. Choose your level of difficulty. If you're doing star with me, push your hips forward, toe faces forward. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Pick that bottom hip up off the floor. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You should feel a ton of work happening right now in your glutes, maybe a little bit in your obliques. I'm going to get everyone to take your mat. Again, you want to fold it over 4 times here. Let's start on our knees. We're going to be doing a tricep push-up. My heart rate is really going right now. Let's go into push-up position. So I'm going to get you to start on your knees. This time, arms are nice and narrow, so we're not going for a wide push-up. This one's very narrow. Hands right beneath your shoulders. Butt's poking back. Take a look at my butt right now. Everyone's in this position. Try it with me. We're going to be slowly coming down, nose to the floor. Push. Next level of difficulty, walk your hands out about 4 inches. Notice my butt no longer here. Push it forward. Shoulders right above your wrists. Try it with me. Elbows are tucked in. Elbows touch my side. Nose to the floor. Push. Level number 2. Level number 3. Onto your toes. Squeeze your butt cheeks. Belly button pulls in. Try it with me. Slowly down. Slowly down. Chest to the floor. Push. We're going to be doing a really slow count here. It's going to be a 4-second down, a 1-second up. Stay with me. Here we go. Whatever version you want to start with, you go for it. We're into the top of a push-up, whether we're on our knees or our toes, squeezing your glutes. Let's do it together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chest should be on the floor or nose on the floor. Push. We're here for 10 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Push. 1, 2, 3, 4. Push. 1, 2, 3. Chest on the floor. Push. 1, 2, 3, 4. Push. Squeeze your glutes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Push. We're going to go 4 more. 1, 2. Elbows in. 4. Push. Last 3. Chest on the floor. Push. 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Push. Last 1, 2, 3, 4. Push. Back on your knees. Quick little note here. Whenever we're doing a plank or a push-up, we need to think about protecting that back. If we start to get this arch in our lower back, it's a good sign that our abs are saying, hey, I've had enough. If that's you, belly button pulls in, contract your glutes. If the arch is still there, you need to come down one level of difficulty. So it could be onto your knees, could be pushing your butt back, whatever you need to do. The next one, I'm going to give you two options. Option number one is going to be an elbow plank. And your elbow plank, it can come from your knees, a modified elbow plank, or your toes. Option number two is going to be an army crawl. If you have carpeted surface, fantastic. If you're on hardwood like this, it might be a little bit of work on your elbows and your forearms. See if it's comfortable for you. Everyone come on up into whatever version of a plank you want to do. We can be here, we can be here. Squeeze your butt cheeks. Those of you that want to do the army crawl with me, let's give this a try. It's going to be a little micro step. And I'm talking like an inch at a time, micro step. There's 3 steps, and look at the ground I've covered. Barely anything. While you're doing this army crawl, think about hips staying low, belly button pulls in, butt cheeks squeezing. Notice my feet are just helping me shimmy along the floor. And stop right there. We're an army crawl in reverse for 10 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautifully done. Squeeze your glutes. Let's try forward for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it. Squeeze your glutes. 10 in reverse and we're done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, butt low, 8, 9, 10. And come on down. Which is harder, forwards or back? I think you'll agree with me. Reverse is painful. Grab a sip of water. In the army crawl, ton of work in your shoulders, ton of work in your triceps, especially after that tricep push-up, ton of work in your core. There it is. That's our circuit. We're back to the top. We've got alternating lunge jumps for 40 repetitions. Let's give a quick little roll out of our shoulders. And I lied. We're going to go into our pointing dog. I almost forgot. Let's do it. Mat comes down. I know, you're disappointed. Don't worry, we'll get there. On all fours. Let's do this together. We've got right foot pulls up, right knee up. Check out your weight distribution. Right over top of the knee, not shifting out to the side. Make your core work. Kick that heel back. Knee, hip, left side still aligned. Left arm up. From here, I want you to squeeze your right butt cheek. If you want a little bit extra work in the glutes, let's push your foot out to the side. I apologize, mine's going to be hidden. You'll see it on the next one. Let's come on down. Switch over to the other side. Left knee picks up. Right hip, right over top of your knee. Kick that heel back. Squeeze your left butt cheek. Raise your right arm. Straight line from my fingertip to my heel. And now let's push that left foot out to the side. Abduction. Feel your butt cheek really grab hold. Come on back down. Let's switch. Straighten your arm. Straighten your leg. Shift the leg out to the side. Notice if you're abducting. Is your left hip still over top of your left knee? There's a huge desire to counterbalance. Make sure you're not doing that. We're going to keep the hips aligned. Here we go. Kick that heel back. Hand comes up. Right butt cheek aligned with my right knee. Left foot kicking out to the side. Trying to keep my arm up parallel to the floor. Come on back down. Here we go. Kick the foot back. Arm comes up. Push that foot out to the side. Left hip, left knee, nicely in alignment. Come on back down. Switch. Heel goes back, arm up. Squeeze your butt cheek, get that leg on the left side parallel to the floor. Abduct if you choose. Come on back down. It should almost feel like your butt is going to cramp. That's how hard it's working. Arm up. Hip over top of knee. Foot on the right leg pushes out to the side. Keep your left arm parallel to the floor. It is tough, I know. Switch. Pointing dog plus abduction. And come on down. Now we can move our mat out of the way. Now we can do our alternating lunge jumps. Here we go. I'm going to start left foot forward this time. Sitting down nice and low. Wow, butt is feeling it from those pointing dogs. Hands up, let's go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A little quicker pace this time. If you're a level 4 person and you have your hands up, think about getting some height in your jump. Get some height. I told you today, it's not as much about speed. We're getting a little more strength test here. Get some height. Get some height. Good. Let's do 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15. Come on up. Feel those quads. We've got a side plank into a star. Come on down. I've got my mat folded over. Elbow right beneath my shoulder. Pick your version. Can be here. Can be here. Can be here. Ready? We've got 1. Hips pushing forward, squeezing your glutes. 2. Tendency is for our butt to poke out the back. Again, that's the hip flexor. Grabbing hold. We're trying to avoid hip flexion, bending at the hips. Good. Let's do 3. 1, 2, 3. Come on down. I'm just going to change my mat over. Switch over. You can roll over onto the other side. Shoulder above elbow. Hips up. Take a look up to your fingertip. Let's do it. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Toes face forward. 6, 7, 8. Come on down. Right away, let's get set up. We've got our mat goes down for our knees. We're going to do a tricep push-up. Take a look at your thumbs. There should be about a foot distance between your thumbs. We're not out here. Bring it in nice and narrow. Come into whatever version of plank you choose. Squeeze your butt cheeks. Think about a flat low back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Push. 1, 2, 3, 4. Push. It's an exhale in the push. 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 Elbows touch your sides. Push. Halfway there. Physically make contact. Elbows touch sides. Push. 1, 2, 3, 4. Push. Last 3. Push. 2 more. Touch. Elbows in. If your elbows are creeping out, I'd say drop down 1 level of difficulty. And push. Come on down. Army crawl or plank. We're going to be doing 40 army crawls again. Are you ready? Who thought of this idea? Army crawls after a tricep push-up. It's tough. We're going to do a plank. Glutes squeezing again. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hips low. And 10. Hips stay low on the reverse. Do it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Squeeze your glutes again. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold here. Belly button pulls in. Squeeze your butt cheeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And done. Just like that. Grab your water. 2 circuits down, 1 more time through. Let's grab our mat. Here we are on all fours. Right away, let's practice good form. Right knee picks up. Align that hip. Take a look at your hip. Left hip. Left hip should be above your knee. Is your left hip kicking out to the side? Realign it. Let's push that foot back. Right heel goes back. Left hip's aligned. Left arm up. Abduct if you choose. Be honest with yourself. Left hip over top of your left knee. If the alignment's not there, don't worry about the abduction. Kick the right heel back. Arm up. Abduct if you choose. Come on back down. Switch. Heel back. Hips aligned. Challenge your shoulder strength. Challenge your butt strength by getting that heel up. Abduct if you choose. Come on back to center. Kick the heel back. Right arm up. Abduct if you choose. When you abduct, try and keep that toe up away from the floor. Come on back down. Let's switch. Heel up. Kick the heel back. Arms parallel to the floor. Switch. Heel comes up. Arm up. Kick the heel. Switch. Let's go one more each side. Heel goes back. Arm comes up. Heel to the side. Squeeze your right butt cheek. Come on back down. Can you feel your shoulders working? They certainly should be. Heel comes up. Arm up. If you don't feel your shoulder right now, let's get that arm up a little bit higher. Straighten out that elbow. Abduct your left foot. Come on back down. Nicely done. A simple little move, working so many muscles. I'm literally dripping sweat right now, squeezing butt cheeks, squeezing shoulder, squeezing tummy in. A ton of work if you're focusing on form. Alternating lunge jump. Also a ton of work. Here we go. Come on down. Here we go. Arms up. And let's go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then kite. 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Straighten your elbows. 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 90 degrees in your front leg. Last 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Heart should be going, quad should be burning, shoulders doing so much work. Let's get set up, side plank. Tough combination. Pointing dog, working our shoulders. In the crescent pose, working our shoulders. Side plank. You got it. Shoulders. Here we go. Come on up. Fingertip to the ceiling. Let's go. 1. Straight raising leg. Your top leg's perfectly straight. Good. Hips pushing forward. Toe facing forward. Let's do 3 reps. 1, 2, 3. And come on down. Can you feel your bottom butt cheek? Bottom butt cheek. Your obliques, your side abs on the bottom side. Really working. Here we go. Take a look up. Squeeze your glutes. Hips pushing forward. We got 1, 2, 3. Hip up. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Foot was sliding. Sometimes this one's a nice one to do with 2 yoga mats. One cushioning for your elbow and another one underneath your feet so your feet don't slide all over the place. Tricep push-up. Let's get set up. We're onto our knees. Check out your hand width, about 12, 14 inches maybe between your thumbs. Pick your variation here, hips forward, or onto your toes. Stay with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chest is just above the floor. Push. 1, 2, 3, 4. Elbows touching. Push. 1, 2, 3, 4. Push. 1, 2, 3, 4. Push. 1, 2, 3, 4. Push. 5 more. Think tight glutes. Push right here. Squeeze your butt cheeks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Push. 1, 2, 3, 4. Push. 2 reps. Core is engaged. Pull your belly button in. Push. Last 1, 2, 3, 4. Push. And come on down. You should feel the back of your arms. You should feel your shoulders. Said we're going to do a lot of upper body today. A lot of shoulders, that's for sure. Last set, make it a good one. We've got an elbow plank on your knees, elbow plank on your toes, or army crawl for 40 steps. Are you ready? Squeeze your butt cheeks. Let's crawl. 1, 2, 3. Little steps. Hips staying low. Squeezing your butt cheeks. Hold here with me. Let's reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold with me. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Butt cheeks squeezed. Belly buttons in. Let's go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just like that, done. Grab your water. Grab a drink. We'll stretch. Starting with some shoulders. Let's set up for a child's pose. Heels are the width of your hips. Take a look at your alignment. Your knee lines up with those heels, which line up with your toes. The tendency is for our toes to turn in. I want you to think about just straightening those toes out so they're pointing directly behind you. We're going to walk forward. Straighten out your elbows. Your palms are touching, and that's it. I've got about 3 inches between my thumbs. Go ahead, let your head come down onto the floor, keeping your elbows up off the floor. Big, huge breath here. Every single exhale, we're dropping our hips down towards our heels. Feel a little stretch, maybe in your chest, maybe in your shoulders, maybe a little bit in your lats, so your back, big back muscles on the sides of your body. And then as you exhale and push those hips back towards your heels, we're starting to get a stretch in our ankles, our knees, maybe even a little bit in your hips. We're going to take 3 more breaths here. Make sure your elbows are locked out, forearms up off the floor. Let's do 1 more breath together. Big breath in, straighten out your elbows, exhale, hips go back, and come on up. I'm going to get you to, if you're comfortable with it, sit down in a Japanese style seating position. Same thing, I want you to think about your alignment here. Toes facing straight back. And maybe just feel a little bit of stretch on the front side of your ankle. From here, let's go. Right hand up. Pat yourself on the back. Left hand grabs onto that right elbow and then helps push that right hand a little bit deeper down your back. Looking for a stretch in your tricep, the back of your arm on your right side. Think about chin away from the chest. We're practicing nice upright posture here. Big breath on your exhale. Reach down your back. Right hand is actually physically touching your back. What can it feel? I always say we aim for our shoulder blade. And let's switch. Left hand up. Right hand pushes the left hand down. Feel that stretch. Chin away from the chest. Tall posture. Left hand feeling for that shoulder blade. Big breath in. On your exhale, push that hand a little bit lower down your back. An increased stretch. And shoulders roll out. We're going to go back into that same stretch. We're going to add a little bit of increased intensity. Push that elbow down. Now we're going to add a side bend. So I'm just going to slightly, notice what I'm doing, kick my right hip out to the side. And it doesn't have to be a very big movement, and I start to feel that stretch down the right side of my body. Chin stays up away from the chest, creating a little bit of a arc down the right side of my body. Chin up, right hip pushes out to the side, and relax. Roll those shoulders out. Let's go. Push that hand down your back. Left hip this time kicks out to the side, rounding down the left side of your body. Chin up away from the chest. Feel a little stretch down the left lat. And relax. I want you to go back into our shoulder rollout. Here we go. Big shoulder shrug up. Expose that chest. Shoulder blades pulling together. Come on down. Feel a little stretch through the front side of your chest, your shoulders. And let's reverse. Big deep breaths. Notice your heart rate right now. Heart rate's back down to normal or really close to it. Hopefully not gasping for air at this point. And come on up. We did do a fair bit of work in our quads with all those lunges. I'm going to get you to stand on your right foot. If you want to hold on to a wall, by all means. We're going to go standing quad stretch. I've said it before, I'll say it again. This is not an ideal stretch for a quad unless it's done with very, very precise form. Take a look. Knees are side by side. We're not out here. Our left knee, the side that we're stretching, that knee's pointing directly beneath us. Not out here. What I want you to do now is pull that left heel towards your butt, and then I want you to squeeze your butt cheeks. I'll show you from the side. A lesser stretch here would look something like this. You can see my butt poking out the back. I want you to try this with me. Squeeze your butt cheeks. Really extend at the hip, it's called. Pushing your hips forward. Might even get a little bit of a backward bend. Come on down, let's try the other side. Knees are together. Right knee pointing straight down. Squeeze your butt cheeks. Extend it at this hip. Again, if you take a look at me, this left hip is quite straight as opposed to butt poking out the back. Extend at your hip. If you have the flexibility here, go ahead. Second hand can grab on. Butt's poking forward. Right heel pulling in towards my butt cheek. Knees side by side. Right knee pointing straight beneath me. And come on down. Great job. Thanks for sticking with me. Hopefully you feel good. As always, I'll be back with another workout in a couple days. Take care.